Hey there, Jesse here. Hey, I wanted to talk to you this morning about something that's very important to me and just kind of get you started, get you understanding kind of some of the things that I've been thinking about and what this place is going to be all about. So anyway, I was driving to work yesterday morning and the light flashes that I am about to run out of gas. And I think to myself, I got to stop and I got to get gas because there's more miles to go than there is left in my tank. So I decided I needed to pull over. So I'm that guy that is going to run every bit of gas out that he possibly can before he fills back up. And I thought to myself, you know, how many people are out there in this world today that are driving to work in the same exact situation as me, that are about to run out of gas. Maybe they can or can't get gas, but they're about done unless they can stop and refuel so that they can go and perform what they're supposed to be doing today. And as I was sitting there thinking about that thought, I realized that there are many, many people out there in that world, more than what we would like to think, that are in that same situation, only differently. And it's on the inside of them. They feel empty and void and hollow on the inside of them. And as I was sitting here thinking about that stuff, I began to realize, you know, that's not the way that we were intended to live. We weren't intended to live just barely able to perform and to do the things that we're supposed to be doing in our everyday life. We were supposed to be able to feel like that we can live and enjoy our everyday life and make an impact on everyone that we come in contact with. No matter what you think, no matter what you believe, we weren't meant to feel empty and hollow and void. And I feel like that a lot of us, for whatever reason we're doing this, we're running on fumes. Essentially, we're basically empty. We don't have anything that we can give, and we're just going through the day to day, just, you know, doing what we feel like we have to do and not really getting any kind of enjoyment out of it, wondering, is there more to this deal? Wondering, is there more to this life? Is there a God out there? Is there anything out there that I can look to find my passion in life, to find the thing that just really makes me click? And that feeling of not knowing makes you to feel like a person that's just completely empty. You don't have anything to give. You don't feel like you got anything to offer. And that is a bad spot to be. Some people don't care, and maybe they do, maybe they don't. Some people are just in that spot. And anyway, so I wanted to create this channel where we can talk about those things and be able to explore that there are crazy things out there in life that we haven't even began to touch the surface of some of the stuff that's out there in the way that we're supposed to live. Because I believe that this whole world was created for us so that we could live and exist and do the things that we're supposed to do, and to be able to enjoy it and not ever feel empty or not ever feel hollow. But there are things that cause us to do that, and there are different mindsets that cause us to do that. So in order to get started, I just needed to do this one video to kind of get your attention. Hey, am I that person? Am I interested in hearing what he's got to say? So that's what this video is about. So in order just to get on that train of thought, I'm going to wrap up this video by asking you a few questions. Has anyone ever been to a scenic mountain pass, or, you know, an overlook or something, to where you can look off in a great valley, or you can look out at a mountain range and you just see that and you're just like, wow, that is crazy. How could it get any cooler looking, any more beautiful than that? How could that even be possible? And you sit there and you look at that, and everything seems perfect. Everything seems immaculate, no flaws, no nothing. And the reality of it is that if you were able to zoom in to that view, you would find that there are, dead and dying trees laying around, that there are dead and dying leaves laying around, that there are trees with the leaves that are falling off in the changing of seasons. You would find you would find old wildfires and all kinds of stuff that, if you look at that one detail, you would think, man, that's not cool. But the deal is that life that we live isn't intended to be viewed zoomed in. And the thing is like, for instance, this wall back here, this is what they call repurposed material. Sure, it's got flaws everywhere. Some guy took this, or someone took this off their barn, and they were going to throw it in the trash until someone said, no, I want that. There's something in that. There's beauty. There's character in there. There's individuality in there. I want that. And so, if you look at that whole wall, you can think to yourself, you can think that that's beautiful. Maybe you don't like that sort of thing, but I think that's beautiful. But there are those that don't. But on the same note, you can look at it, you look at the whole thing, and you think, man, that's character. That's individuality. That's cool right there. And it's the same thing with that mountain view. It's the same thing with us. There's lots of things that we can pick ourselves apart about. There are lots of things that we can allow people to pick us apart about. But we've got character. We've got individuality. And I think that our Creator, our Lord Jesus Christ, looks down at our life. And the things that you might see as a flaw, He sees in the grand scheme of things. He sees as character. He sees it as individuality. He sees as who you are. And who you are being who He created you to be. So what I want to do is I want to create a place where we can talk about some of this stuff and just really get into it. So the next video, we're going to be talking about those sorts of things like that, the character, the individuality, and where we might go wrong by trying to cover some of that stuff up, because it's who we are. All right, that's all I got for you. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll check you later.